If you're over 60, there's one habit that might be silently raising your risk of a stroke, and most seniors do it without ever realizing the danger. It's not smoking, not lack of exercise, and not even poor diet. It's something you probably think is helping. Vitamins. Yes, really. Every day, millions of older adults take supplements hoping to protect their bones, sharpen their memory, boost their immunity, or fight fatigue. And many of these supplements do help in the right amounts. But when taken incorrectly or in excess, especially before bed, they may quietly harm your brain. The worst part? There are no warning signs. One moment you're fine, and the next, your balance is gone, your speech slurred, your arm limp, a silent overnight stroke. Let's start with the most surprising culprit, vitamin D. You've probably heard it's a wonder vitamin. It supports your bones, your mood, and even your immune system. But did you know too much vitamin D, especially taken at night, could increase your risk of a stroke? Let me tell you about Mr. Walter, a 74-year-old retired Navy veteran. He was disciplined, careful about his health, and took a 10,000 IU vitamin D capsule every day, believing it was helping his bones. But one morning, his wife found him confused, unable to speak clearly, his right side paralyzed. A stroke. Overnight. His blood test revealed vitamin D toxicity, high calcium levels, and stiff arteries. Why? Because high doses of vitamin D increase calcium in your blood, which can harden arteries and raise blood pressure, especially dangerous during early morning hours when the brain is most vulnerable. Here's the scary truth. Most over-the-counter supplements in the US contain way more vitamin D than older adults need. Even 2,000 IU daily may be too much if you're not deficient. The body stores vitamin D, especially when taken in large doses over time. Key takeaway? Always get your vitamin D levels checked and take it in the morning, never before bed. Part 2. The heart helper that can bleed your brain, vitamin E. Next up, a vitamin often praised for heart health that could literally cause your brain to bleed, vitamin E. You might be taking it for better circulation, skin health, or even memory. But high-dose vitamin E, especially combined with blood thinners like aspirin or warfarin, increases your risk of hemorrhagic stroke. That's bleeding in the brain. Let me introduce you to Mrs. Evelyn Brooks, an 81-year-old retired librarian, sharp as a tack, loved crossword puzzles, and was managing a heart valve condition with warfarin. One day, she picked up a natural vitamin E supplement with 800 IU per capsule. She thought it would help her memory. 3 weeks later, she collapsed with a severe headache and vomiting. A brain scan revealed a bleed inside her brain. No trauma, no high blood pressure, just a combination of warfarin and high-dose vitamin E that made her blood too thin to clot. Most seniors don't realize this. Vitamin E acts like a blood thinner at high doses. The recommended dose for older adults is just 15 milligrams, about 22 IU. Many supplements offer 200 to 1,000 IU per capsule, often taken daily, and no one warns you. Mrs. Evelyn survived, but her memory and balance never fully recovered. She told me through tears, "I just wanted to help myself. I didn't know I was doing harm." This is why I say, check your labels. Talk to your doctor. Don't add anything, even a vitamin, without guidance. Part 3. The brain booster that can steal your balance. Vitamin B6. Let's talk about the energy and nerve support vitamin that can actually damage your nerves. Vitamin B6. Many older adults take B6 because it's marketed to support focus, memory, and nerve health. But here's the truth most people never hear. High doses B6 can cause permanent nerve damage. Meet Mr. Harold Jenkins, 76, a retired truck driver. He came to my office with numb feet, tingling hands, and poor balance. He thought it was arthritis. Then he started falling hard. Turns out he'd been taking a nerve support supplement with 100 milligrams of B6 twice a day. That's 200 milligrams daily, over 10 times the safe upper limit. B6 builds up in the body. It damages the myelin sheath, the protective coating around nerves, like stripping insulation off wires. The result? Tingling, weakness, confusion, and falls. Most older adults only need 2 to 10 milligrams per day, and that includes food sources like bananas, potatoes, and chicken. Here's what you must remember. If your supplement says brain, nerve, or energy, check the B6 amount. Look out for 50 to 200 milligram doses, which are unnecessary and risky for seniors. If you're experiencing numbness or balance issues, don't assume it's aging. It could be B6 toxicity. Mr. Hankins recovered partially, but he no longer drives and he uses a cane. Please don't let this happen to you. The eye vitamin that can hurt your brain, vitamin A. Now let's talk about vitamin A, often taken for eyesight, skin, or aging support. Here's the truth no one tells seniors. Too much vitamin A builds up in your body and can raise the pressure inside your skull, causing headaches, vision loss, dizziness, and symptoms that mimic a stroke. Let me tell you about Miss Dorothy Simmons, 79, a retired piano teacher. She started having severe headaches, blurred vision, and slurred speech. Her family rushed her to the ER, fearing a stroke. But scans showed something unusual. No clot, no bleed, just dangerously high pressure in her brain. The cause? Vitamin A toxicity. She'd been taking an eye and skin formula for over 5 years, 10,000 IU daily, not realizing she was doubling and tripling the safe amount for her age. Vitamin A is fat-soluble. Your body stores it in your liver and tissues. It doesn't flush out easily. And as we age, the liver slows down, increasing the risk of toxicity. Here's what you need to know. The safe upper limit for seniors is 2,500 to 3,000 IU per day, only if needed. Many eye and skin formulas contain 5,000 to 10,000 IU or more. Excess A can cause pseudotumor cerebri, a condition that mimics a brain tumor with serious symptoms. Ms. Dorothy now needs regular checkups, eye pressure monitoring, and balance therapy. She told me, "I thought I was doing something good for my body. I never imagined it could hurt my brain." Part 5. The cholesterol vitamin that can spike your blood pressure. Niacin, or vitamin B3. It's promoted as a natural way to lower cholesterol, and some doctors even prescribe it. You'll find it in heart supplements, energy drinks, and multivitamins. But in high doses, niacin can cause sudden swings in blood pressure, facial flushing, rapid heartbeat, and even strokes. Mr. Frank Miller, 82, a retired postman, had daily dizziness, hot flashes, and the pounding heart. His family thought it was anxiety. But his supplement had 1,000 milligrams of niacin per capsule, and he was taking it twice a day. That's 2,000 milligrams daily, 60 times more than most older adults need. Here's what happened. Niacin expands your blood vessels, causing flushing. Then they snap back, constricting suddenly, leading to pressure spikes and reduced blood flow to the brain. Over time, this roller coaster strains your heart and brain. Frank had a TIA, a mini stroke, and didn't even realize what caused it. Even flush-free or extended-release niacin can have dangerous effects, especially if you have high blood pressure or are on heart meds. Here's the rule. Seniors should not exceed 50 milligrams of niacin per day unless prescribed. Always check your supplements, especially those that say cholesterol support. Frank told me, "Doc, I thought I was doing everything right. I didn't know I was gambling with my brain." Target, final thoughts. Real food is the best medicine. If this all sounds overwhelming, take a breath. The good news? You don't need pills to stay healthy. Real food does what supplements try to do, but safely.
Start simple. Breakfast: one boiled egg, half an avocado, whole grain toast, blueberries, and water. Lunch: a piece of grilled salmon, spinach salad, olive oil, and lemon. Snack: a handful of walnuts or almonds. Dinner: a bowl of lentil soup, brown rice, and steamed broccoli. Foods like leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, and nuts give you what your brain needs: hydration, balance, and nutrients in natural forms. Because at this stage of life, every choice matters more, and awareness is your greatest protection.
Let's now talk about a vitamin that's often praised for its heart benefits, but may be quietly putting older adults at risk: niacin, also known as vitamin B3. You might have heard that niacin helps lower cholesterol, and it's true in certain medical contexts. Doctors may prescribe it in controlled doses. But what many seniors don't know is that high-dose niacin, especially taken without medical supervision, can lead to dangerous blood pressure spikes, heart rhythm issues, and even mini strokes. Let me tell you about Mr. Frank Miller, an 82-year-old retired postman from Florida. Frank came to my office complaining of sudden facial flushing every morning, a pounding heartbeat in his chest, dizziness that made him sit down multiple times a day. His family thought it was anxiety. His son assumed it was side effects from blood pressure medication, but it turned out to be something far more preventable. Frank had recently started taking a supplement labeled Heart Health and Cholesterol Support from a well-known brand online. The front label looked harmless, but on the back, it contained 1,000 milligrams of niacin per capsule, and Frank was taking 2 per day. That's 2,000 milligrams daily. To give you perspective, the recommended daily amount for adults is around 14 to 16 milligrams. Anything above 50 milligrams per day in older adults should be used only under a doctor's care. So what happened to Frank? He experienced something called a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, often called a mini stroke. For 2 minutes, he slurred his words and couldn't move his right hand. Thankfully, it passed quickly, but the risk still very real. Why high-dose niacin is risky? When taken in large amounts, niacin causes your blood vessels to dilate. That's why your face feels hot or flushes. But soon after, those same vessels snap back and constrict suddenly. This yo-yo effect can spike your blood pressure, trigger arrhythmias or irregular heartbeat, and reduce blood flow to the brain. Over time, this daily surge and crash pattern can act like tapping on fragile glass. Eventually, something cracks, in this case, your vascular system. Even flush-free niacin or slow-release tablets aren't always safe. While they might not cause the flushing, they still alter your blood flow, and some can even affect blood sugar and liver function. If you're over 60, here's what to watch for. Do not exceed 50 milligrams per day of niacin unless directed by your doctor. Be wary of supplements labeled cholesterol, heart, or circulation. Check the exact niacin content. Avoid combining niacin with other heart or blood pressure medications, unless under professional care. If you feel flushed, dizzy, or notice your heart pounding after a supplement, stop immediately and talk to your physician. Frank is now off niacin. He switched to a Mediterranean-style diet with real heart-healthy foods like olive oil, walnuts, salmon, and oats. His blood pressure stabilized, and he told me something I'll never forget. "Doc, I really thought I was doing everything right. I didn't know I was gambling with my brain." The key bottom line is this: niacin isn't inherently bad, but dosage and timing matter. And most importantly, context matters. What helps one person under medical supervision may harm another who's self-medicating. If you or someone you know is taking a supplement for heart or brain health, check the label right now. And if the dose is over 50 milligrams of niacin,
talk to your doctor. And remember, your heart and brain don't need mega doses of vitamins. They need balance, hydration, and real food, which we'll explore in the next part of this series. If you've ever taken niacin or know someone who does, type B3 in the comments. Let's start the conversation. And if this part opened your eyes to something new, please give this video a like to help other seniors discover it too. Subscribe to our channel for more videos.